The Shiba Inu is undergoing a significant transformation. It appears like Shytoshi Kusuma is not planning to slow down anytime soon since he has just left an urgent message. There are more than 100 trillion Shiba Inu tokens at stake. The situation with whales is unmanageable. There is widespread fear, but there's a hidden signal in this message, something we've all been waiting for, and it might boost the price of Shiba Inus up by a few zeros. How has this happened, and why will Shiba Inu be changed forever? Come with me. The entire Shiba Inu community was rocked today by Shytoshi Kusuma, and this is completely ridiculous. After what seemed like an eternity of total silence, exactly 0 updates, 0 news, 0. He appeared out of nowhere, shattered the silence with a thud, and now things start to go crazy. He expressed his intense anger in his most recent message. Yeah, you read it correctly. It was only natural that word would spread throughout the neighborhood. Is he going to depart Shiba Inu soon? Everyone is wondering. Is something amiss? Do we have a problem? Could this be it? Would you believe me if I said this may be a huge bullish signal for Shiba Inu? Why? Because Shytoshi's words contain a code, a hidden message if you will, that might set Shiba Inu ablaze and send it soaring. This is no ordinary drama. Everything could change if this happens. Now, let's discuss the current price situation before we delve deeper into the meaning of that message. Notable crypto expert just made a major announcement. Over the last 2 weeks, Shiba Inu has been displaying some really impressive indicators of strength. You can't turn a blind eye to the fact that the price has increased dramatically throughout that period. We may not have returned to those iconic all-time highs just yet, but everything that is happening right now seems like a setup. Reputable expert Ali Martinez brought attention to the fact that the TD sequential, widely regarded as one of the most trustworthy technical indicators, has recently shown a strong buy signal on the weekly chart of Shiba Inu. It's a major deal. This type of signal typically appears just before a big reversal is going to occur, and it indicates a significant upward surge. The same energy is being detected by other analysts as well. Someone recalled that in April of 2021, Shiba Inu's popularity began to surge dramatically. It blew out in a way no one had anticipated. He admitted he doesn't know what will set it off this time, but he's still certain that similar events may be about to transpire, albeit with different specifics. Then there's the other crypto guru, who kept things simple yet effective. According to him, Shiba Inu is about to have a nervous breakdown. Short and sweet. Indeed, it is accurate. A calm assurance like that strikes a chord in a unique way. This abrupt drama that Shytoshi stoked didn't remain quiet for long, in contrast to the long silence we experienced. Word got out like wildfire. The community was not the only one jolted by the sudden arrival of his message. The whales were startled. Major participants, those with substantial financial resources, took note and moved swiftly. Whale sightings around Shiba Inu increased dramatically in the early morning of Monday's Asian trading period. Here we are talking about an enormous increase, nearly twice the norm. Intel the block data shows that these big holders transferred millions of dollars worth of Shiba Inu tokens all at once. You don't see that very often. What makes that so significant? Because there's usually only one explanation for whales positioning behaviors like this one. Major participants don't haphazardly trade huge quantities of tokens. When something significant is about to happen, people typically act. They seem to be privy to the impending storm's formation before anybody else. The rapid uptick in interest, the whale's movements, and Shytoshi's decision to speak out all come together to provide a very bullish picture. So what transpired in reality? The events began when the enigmatic mastermind of the Shiba Inu project, Shytoshi Kusuma, returned, and he didn't exactly disappear. His status update on X, shall we say, caused quite a stir. He was in the studio, and he was furious. According to his new status, it's done. In a nutshell. Those few words, though, shook the entire town. Lucy, who heads up marketing for Shiba Inu, seized the opportunity to voice her concerns, suggesting that Shytoshi might be the victim of an attack, or entangled in a tumultuous situation. Imagine being pulled into something you don't even know about. That was her precise phrase. Just that sparked further conjecture. Later on, she dropped a hint that the community would be doing Shytoshi a favor if they checked out his new Medium essay and listened to his podcast next week. Anyone who has been keeping up with Shytoshi's news knows that he just launched a podcast series called She Speaks Shiba. In it, he interviews people who are starting projects on Shiba Inu. Therefore that section makes sense in the studio. However, the mystery truly starts with the moment where people are pretty upset. The problem is that Shytoshi has kept a very low profile this year. For weeks at a time, he would disappear from social media. He has returned though. Not only is he angry, he's enraged. Next week, he promised to return to the topic in a post he sent to the group's Telegram last week. Is it possible? Wow, that's quite an impassioned plea. Although others are anxious, wondering what went wrong, many in the Shiba Inu society see this fury as a positive trait. He seems furious, but that's just because he's going to commit 100%, as if he has been secretly preparing to unveil a monumental accomplishment. The vibe is one of aggression, ferocity, and watch me prove it to you. Anyone with even a passing familiarity with the cryptocurrency market knows that when Shytoshi begins to act mysteriously, it usually heralds a major development. After a brief hint, he announces some big news. When that occurs, Shiba Inu prices tend to skyrocket, piercing through price barriers and eliminating zeros. And we are currently seeing results, not merely hearing about them. The event is unfolding before our eyes as we speak. During the early Asian trading period, whale activity around Shiba Inu virtually doubled. It was evident that the attack had a deeper look at what often occurs when whale activity surges like way. Positive outlook. A comparable incident occurred in November 2024 to Shiba Inu. The number of tokens moved by whales increased from a few trillion to about 30 trillion, leading to a sharp price increase that nearly doubled in a short period of time. The strength of the whale's collective action is demonstrated by such a maneuver. There has been no decline in interest, despite the fact that the current number of active addresses is fewer than what we observed last October. Actually, the polar opposite is true. Members of the team are stealthily and forcefully stocking up. Numbers of exchange supplies serve as evidence. Centralized exchanges today own less than 100 trillion tokens, down from around 140 trillion a year ago. Have you seen all of those tokens? They stayed put. Instead of being exchanged, they were transferred to private wallets and retained. In accumulating terms, that is classic. Quietly, the wealthy are preparing for the next major event. The market cap for Shiba Inu coins has surpassed 100 trillion. It is a significant shift in power, not to mention the ongoing burns, which must also be considered. The destruction of even a little amount of supply strengthens the price basis and increases the explosiveness of subsequent rallies. When demand increases and supply decreases, prices fluctuate widely. There is a perfect storm brewing that could spark off an explosive rally. Shytoshi's reappearance, whale activity, token disappearance from exchanges, and ongoing burn mechanisms. Even if we ignore the immediate future of Shiba Inu, we can see that it has a very bright future. Now it's more than just buzz, it's starting to happen. Hello Lucy. Despite the passing of many initiatives, Shiba Inu's marketing lead recently shared an inspiring message with the community.